Genesis 25:20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister of Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren. And Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing this word with truth, sincerity, with charity, presenting your bodies to living sacrifice. We who are ready to live salute you. So I just want to go into this lesson, and I'm going to call it something to the effect of the struggle continues. All right. The struggle continues. Okay. All right. And just like the womb of Rebekah, okay, just like the womb of Rebekah, because the earth is likened unto the womb, the woman is likened unto the earth. Okay, let me get another scripture to prove that. KJV. All right. All right. This is Sirach 40:1. Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things. All right, and let me get one more scripture to prove that. Right, and this is the account of Ezra basically having a vision, which basically represented the nation of Israel, Zion. Right. Okay, I'm started the second Ezra 10 and 12. But if thou sayest unto me, my lamentation is not like the earth's. Matter of fact, let me read up a little bit. Right. This is second Ezra 10:7. How that Zion, our mother, is full of all heaviness and much humbled mourning, very sore. And now seeing we all mourn and are sad, for we are all in heaviness. And art thou grieved for one son? For as the earth and she shall tell thee that it is she which ought to mourn for the fall of so many that grow upon her. For out of her came all at the first, and out of her shall all others come. And behold, they walk almost all into destruction, and a multitude of them is utterly rooted out. Who then should make more mourning than she, that have lost so great multitude, and not thou which art sorry but for one? But if thou sayest unto me, thy lamentation is not like the earth's, because I have lost the fruit of my womb, which I brought forth with pains and bare with sorrows. But the earth not so, for the multitude present in it according to the course of the earth is gone as it came. Alright. They also then say I unto thee, like as thou hast brought forth with labor, even so the earth also have given her fruit, namely man, ever since the beginning unto him that made her. Right? just to show you that the world is likened unto a woman and a womb. Okay, a woman's womb. All right. It's kind of ironic because when a woman she gets pregnant, it becomes her stomach becomes circular, right? Just like the earth. You know, it's a little side note on that, but yeah. So we're in this earth, all right, and the two prevailing themes is Jacob and Esau. Okay, all right. They're the what you would call the protagonist and the antagonist. Okay, and just like the struggle within Rebecca's womb, that struggle is continuing even right now. Okay, all right. That struggle is between Jacob and Esau is continuing to go on. And right now, let me get another scripture. Right, this is Matthew's 11 and 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. All right, and that main violent man, which all the heathens have attacked and oppressed us, but the main prevailing heathen and the last and worst captivity is under Esau Edom. Okay, and as the scripture says, let me just grab it. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answer I said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so this basically denotes this battle between Jacob and Esau. Okay, between the seed of the wicked and the seed of the righteous, seed of the chosen, right? For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, and Yahweh, the scripture says, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua has declared the end from the beginning, man. All right, okay, and you're gonna be pretty much a stillborn, okay, because as the womb, gives birth, the earth is about to give birth, okay. As the scripture says, shall a nation be born in one day? All right. So this nation is going to be born. All right. That scriptures go into that man child being born. All right. In the book of Revelations, that's the Yahweh Shai coming into the earth, which is reigning in his kingdom upon the earth. Right. Okay. So this nation is about to be born, but this time we're the only ones that's coming out, man. All right. You're going to be born dead, man. You're going to be a stillborn. All right. You're gonna be you're about to be a dead thing, man. All right, you're going into slavery. You're gonna clean up this mess you made on the earth, and then you're going into the dirt, man. The scripture says, "Thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch," man. Was it Isaiah the 14th chapter? You're gonna go down into the pit, man. All right. You're going from the womb into the tomb, man. All right. Which is, kind of synonymous, if you get what I'm saying. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other questions Ezra asked thou not. So the Lord is letting Ezra know where we're at in time. Or the hand is betwixt the heel and the hand, man. I mean, yeah, the hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. All right, so hey, man, you know, Jacob's getting ready to pull Esau down, man. You know, and this is the only fight, that everybody else is really just an extra in this movie, man. Even 2/3, man. It's really just about the elect and the elites, man. You know, hey, even in certain movies, you'll notice that kings don't kill kings. You know, in certain movies, a king would just capture another king. When you read the scriptures, you see that a lot. Okay, you know, and it's funny, so it's funny that the heads of Esau are the first to go into slavery, man. They're going to be the first crop of slaves. You know, death is too good for you. Okay, death is too good for you niggas, man. You know, some movies, the king is just whacking another king head off, but you watch movies like what was the movie Kingdom of Heaven, one of my favorite movies. Um, you had the king Salah ad-Din basically capture the Christian general, or no, I think he was a king. Yeah, he was a king, and his general, right? And he killed the general, but he didn't kill the king. You know, so hey, and when you read the scriptures, it's like that a lot. When we went to captivity, a lot of the headmen, royalties, prophets, the creme de la creme of our nation were pretty much treated very well. You know, you look at Joseph, Daniel, etc. Yeah. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. And the scriptures talk about Esau is gonna basically you're gonna be chased out of the world, man. All these other nations, they're gonna get to go to their lands and be tributary, but you don't even get to enjoy the earth anymore. And if you do enjoy it, you know, you won't be an Edomite, But that remains to be seen. I don't know what the Lord's going to do with that. So, but yeah, the struggle continues, and right now it's reaching its climax, man. And the whole world is finding out that it's really just about these two characters, man. Because you had this Ish woman basically say, this Rayleigh woman, right? Basically say that their number one threat to the Ish people was the blacks, Americans in America, goddammit. Like, and that's mind boggling. Like, you supposed to be at war with these camel jockeys, man, over there in Gaza, right? But you're basically saying that your number one threat is basically Jake over here in the Americas, man. And why is that? Because you understand who your real fight is with, man. You understand what the scriptures say, who's gonna destroy you. Scripture says, let me get it, man. We're gonna, the scriptures tell you how this is gonna end. All right, sure. Right, the Lord tells you how this is gonna end. All right. And we're gonna put down all you heathens, man. Scripture says the day of of the Lord the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, man. All right, you're all going into. It says, every one of them shall go into captivity, man. Every one of you heathens are going to captivity, man. But this is Numbers 24 and 15. And he took up this parable and said, Balaam the son of Beor have said, and the man whose eyes are open have said, he have said which heard the words of Yahweh and knew the knowledge of the Most High, right? Because the Lord, woke up this mind and the spirit of this heathen to see visions. He was a prophet, He wasn't an Israelite, but he was given the power to prophesy, all right? Which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy the children of Sheth. Right? So all the other children of Seth are going to be our slaves. All right? Okay? And Edom shall be a possession. Seir shall also be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. So they understand, they knew this before we knew it, They knew this a long time ago. Scripture says, thou art wiser than Daniel. There's no secret that they could hide from you, man. So the Lord gave you all this technology and all this power just to dig up a box, open it, and just find finding your death, man. To find out you're done, man. Many tekel ufarsin, man. Okay, you just you dug 1,000, no, 1,000,000 miles into the earth, found a little box, opened it up, and it was a paper in it, and it said you're dead. Okay, all right, that's what happened to you, man. And when he looked on Amalek, right, and that's these small hats, man. Call on him, and we looked on Amalek. He took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, meaning, hey, he was the first to attack us, all right? And he's basically the first in rulership right now. He's the one who's running shit right now, all right? But his latter end shall be that he perish forever, which is why they're trying to, put the Amalekite label on other people, man. Put the Edomite label on other people. But no, you've been, as the scripture says, thou art found and also caught, man. I have made Esau bare. That's the one I really wanted, though, Salaki. I have made Esau bare. He shall no more be able to hide himself, man. All right. So the Lord, as the scripture says, also destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all nations and the veil that is spread over all people, man. All right. So the Lord is revealing you before he destroys you. All right. In fact, this is 2 Thessalonians 2:7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Excuse me. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So right now you're being consumed by the spirit of his mouth, as the scripture says. Roughly paraphrased, it pleased the Lord to save them through the foolishness of preaching. to save them that believed, right? So we're pretty much, singing for our supper, so to speak. This is the weapons of our warfare, just to tie it back in. We are still at war, and we are still in the womb, and we are still struggling, and we are still fighting. All right. Jacob and Esau is still rumbling in the belly. You had a movie called Belly. I remember that. Came out in the early 2000s, late 90s, something like that. But let me read that again. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right. So yeah, man. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. And these are the things, see, Yahweh Bashim Shai gave us our weapons. As the scripture says, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. All right. But Esau Edom, he's always been carnal, right? Even when he was Cain, man. Which Cain, Quion, means a stabbing weapon, stabbing instrument. And right now he's likened unto a sword. Okay? So this is the violent man, that we need to be delivered from, man. This is the carnal man that we need to be delivered from. All right. And this is the battle that's happening, okay? Because he's getting ready to get carnal, but just as he gets carnal, the elect are going to get spiritual. All right. The Lord gave him his weapons of war, but he's also given his men their weapons of war, which is his word, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the Holy Spirit, okay, which is eventually going to translate into spiritual powers, which is ultimately going to translate into godhood, which is something he's trying to achieve right now on the left-hand side. And through witchcraft, through wickedness, and ultimately, all these things are just charges against you that eventually Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to drop on you. All right, you can't become a god through the left hand means, man. You can't creep up into godhood some other way. Only Yahweh Bashim Yahushua could grant that. And ultimately you're going to be cast out dead. All right. Let me get another scripture. This is Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Right? Through all type of means, man. You done did all type of shit to these people, man. Agent Orange, economic hitmans, you name it, man. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Right, and we're over here in the north. We're over here in North America. Okay, and with this nigga's foot on our neck. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pits. So you're going to be brought down to the grave, man. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Right. And there's another scripture that talks about how you're going to inherit worms and creeping things, man. Even this scripture says the worms cover you. That's decay, man. Decadent in every possible way you can imagine. They that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house, right? And this is going to be 1,000 years after your. This is going to be 1,000 after your 1,000 years slavery, and you're basically rounded up and exterminated. Okay, all right. these other nations, they're gonna get their own plots of land. All right, and they're gonna be eternal tributaries. Okay, under a flourishing kingdom of gods, something you can never achieve, and you don't like to hear us say. That's why I like saying it so much. All right, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch. All right, you're gonna be a stillborn, man. As the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under the feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed that land, and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. All right. So that's how it ends for you, man. You know, okay. The Lord's gonna completely cut you off, man. He's gonna remove your seed from out the earth, man. Prepare slaughter for his children. Yeah, so you're going into the grave, man. Thinking about this rock band called Alice in Chains. They had a song called "Them Bones," and in the song he basically said, "Some say we're born into a grave," and that's definitely where your nation is going into, man. All right. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh Power of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant, son and nephew, saith Yahweh Power. So yeah, man, everybody got to go, man. That's on the soils of Babylon the Great, man. You know, we just hoping to get delivered out of here, and not get a dishonorable discharge, so to speak, with the rest of you. Rest of you Babylonian scumbags, all right? But yeah, so that's the main struggle, man, that's going on right now, is between Jacob and Esau, man. And everybody else is just an extra, man. I said it once and I'll say it again. This is about the real elites versus the fake elites, man. All right. You know, it's about the real elites versus the fake elites, man. And Yahweh Shemiah Shai is about to, flush your whole nation down the toilet, like it tells you in the book of Job, man. You shall perish like your own dung. Right. But yeah, it's a little lesson I wanted to do. I hope there's some edification within it. I'd like to say shalom.